So why do you think the Mayans set such a long delay on their dart mechanism?
Well, it is an ancient temple. Maybe the machinery was getting kind of rusty.
That's a good idea. So how do you want to call it?
Confirmed, I guess.
I'm there with you, but it is a fictional universe, so I'm inclined to give them plausible.
Suits me.
Okay. So all episode, we've been learning the mechanics and the operation of whips, and we've actually gotten pretty good at it. Yeah. But before we continue, we think that we'd be remiss if we didn't address the idea that a whip is supposed to break the speed of sound. Is this really true? Is there enough of the kinetic energy transfer from the handle out to the end? That's what we are about to test. All right. Using our high-speed camera and all of the stagecraft we've learned in 10 years of doing this show, we're gonna try and prove that the end of the whip breaks the speed of sound. 3, 2, 1.
Because the tip of the whip is moving so fast and over such a large area, it makes it really difficult to see where and when it's making the crack. Yeah, the tip's starting to swing around at about 4D. So with that in mind, we've created this background with a grid on it. Yeah, right about there, a little bit below it, so we can hopefully zoom in on it with the high-speed camera.
Oh, bang, right on the same mark.
But with the camera recording at the 6,000 frames per second required to measure the speed of sound, zooming in and capturing the exact moment of the crack is a very tricky task.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Too low. Try that.
In terms of time, this is like looking for a needle in a haystack. There's a lot of increments when you're looking at 6,000 frames per second to find the exact instant that that passes through the frame.
Yep, not only does Adam have to get a clean crack
That was too low.
and pull off the unlikely feat of hitting the exact same mark, the guys then have to find those 4 or 5 frames of action.
So the signal you're watching me on right now is transmitting 29.9 something frames per second.
Low.
I'm aiming at the same spot every single time. Our high-speed camera is catching almost 2 seconds of footage at 6,000 frames per second. That's gonna be too high. It is, it's a little bit of a hunt and peck.
There it is.
Finally, in glorious 6,000 frames per second high speed. Now, how fast is it going right here?
That's 5 frames to travel 12 inches. (1,200 feet per second). That beats the speed of sound. That is awesome! We caught the speed of sound being broken by these little fuzzies. That is so cool.
It took hours of Adam whipping for us to finally capture that tiny piece of string traveling over the speed of sound in front of this grid. But we finally cracked it, so to speak.